Hello everybody, welcome back to Oceanside Roleplay. Today we are going to be hopping in here doing a patrol down here in Blaine County. I know it's been quite some time since you guys have heard anything from me, quite a few months actually, and I know I've been doing this on and off for the past couple of months now, or the past year, and I really do apologize for this. There's certain things that are just out of my control that I do my best to try to fix, and this time was no exception, and I'll get into that in just a minute. Well, let's go ahead and get out on patrol here. I've been sitting running radar. Ain't much happening, a couple traffic stops here and there, but well, for other units I haven't got a traffic stop today, but the issues that I have been running in the past couple of months have been very taunting, been very challenging for me. So, when it comes to, what has been going on, I saw that ATP. I was wondering if that maybe, I can't tell what that is, whether that's an officer or a civilian. It's very hard to tell. I know officers can drive them. It's not unheard of. I've seen it before. I've pulled over people, officers driving those, and it's very, very funny, trust me. Very, very awkward situation.
County 58 traffic stop.
But anyways, so been a very interesting past couple months. So as you guys know, I quit being a truck driver back in, I believe it was October, somewhere around there, or way before October actually. It was like September or something like that.
East Shore Road, post 708 on a black Ford.
Because of that, of course I was out of a job for a while, and I had to find something new. Will I go back to trucking? Sure, I will. It's just not the time right now. There's a lot of things going on with family. It's just not a good time to go back right now. But I will eventually. But in the meantime, I thought I wanted to find something closer to home here. Maybe a permit? I don't know. I just have to wait and see how things
Tango
go.
11 to County, can you run at 28?
But when it comes,
Tango 11.
I just,
It's gonna be the
it took me quite a while to find what I wanted to do. And what I decided to do
Alright, Tango 10, stand by.
was to be a school bus driver. I know it's not the glorious job in the world, and I definitely could probably do better. But just what I'm having right now, just what I have to work with. And it's taken a lot longer than what I am expecting. I just, really hard to explain, so
10-4 stand by.
pretty much when you try to be a bus driver, you have to do everything all over again. You have to retest, do pre-checks, driving, everything all over again. Because I don't know why, kind of stupid to me. No one believes in this. But so what you have to do. And so I've been having to retrain for this. I know most of the stuff here. But it's just the simple fact, when you're done with school, there are certain things that you just don't do anymore. One of the first things is, when it comes to pre-checks, of course you do pre-checks every day, but you don't tell anybody what you're looking at. You just do it. Now, most of the time, you look at stuff that aren't even on the pre-check. You completely forget about what they have taught you when it comes to pre-checks. The only thing that matters is if you can tell, if it's actually broken or not. But, you don't just sit there and tell you, okay, I'm looking at this for what, why. You don't do that anymore after school. So, you gotta, get the right, words out again. You gotta pretty much prepare yourselves all over for that again.
County 58 traffic up
I guess
clear.
it's not that we don't do it every day. We just don't tell people that we're what we're doing. You end up having your own way of doing things after a while. You just know, as long as they can check, you just do it. And it don't matter. Everybody has their own way of doing it, and no way is the wrong way to doing things. It's just how it is.
All units operating DC, please make sure you're relogged and get to gas, please.
But anyways, so, like I said, I just have to redo everything. And of course, a school bus is different. There's a lot of things that we don't have on the truck that we have to remember. Different ways of doing things, different system. There's not one system that, everybody follows by. Unfortunately, I wish it was like that, but unfortunately it's not. And I have to remember those things on top of, things that I already know. So, it just becomes complicated, including my bus company that I work for. At least I think it's a bus company. I would consider you to call it a bus company at least. And they do their testing at a completely different facility. They do not do testing on site, which is a very bad thing because when it comes to the testing, we're sort of private, so we don't know. They don't give us any, study material. They don't tell us what they're expecting. The only way they actually know is if, they're, by hearing from what other students have done, what has happened, and from actually watching it. And it's just doesn't make any sense to me on that aspect either. But, I admit I failed my first time because of this confusion. Because we don't know what has needed to be done and in the right order. For example, air brakes. If you guys don't know, for those of you that never know any experience in, air brakes and semi-trucks or commercial vehicles with air brakes, period. For air brake tests, we have 4 things that we have to do. And we have to get it absolutely right. We cannot say one wrong letter in that, or it is an automatic fail. Pretty much like running over a curb or anything else. Everything else when it comes to the pre-trip is fine. You can fail a couple things and you can still pass. I think it's 80%, but air brakes is an automatic fail. And the 4 things that we have to do is a air compressor governor test or air compressor cutout. We have to do a air leak test, a low air warning test, and a emergency brake test, which is when a valves pop out and pretty much non-automatic emergency brakes pretty much. And when it comes to that, we always did it with the bus off, because when you're running with the bus on, you're running against the compressor, and I was taught to do both. I was taught to do with the bus on, which, like I said, is a little bit more difficult because you're fighting with the bus. You're fighting with a compressor that does what is it intended to do? It is to build air pressure. And I failed because I did it with the bus on and they wanted it off. So, I know for next time. I'll retest Monday. But that just goes to show you, it gets ridiculous. But, you know, it was also unfortunate that, you know, I've just been having to wait so long to get all this taken care of. I know we're just driving back and forth here. I'm just seeing what all needs to be seen here. Make sure we're doing our rounds here. I haven't really seen anything. But, like I said, so this has taken a lot longer than I was ever expecting. That's all retarded. I don't know why it does that, just scrape the crap out of your car. And this game's open at 5 m.
One Tango 66, I'll be activating key. I'll be known as One Tango
I think
66.
they do.
Alright, One Tango.
Yep, they do open. I was just curious. People do so much crap back here, it's not even funny, so I just watch it.
Control's gonna be 10-6, remind.
But yeah, this is taking a lot longer than I was expected. Take months. I've been trying to do this since October when it comes to the school bus thing, so it's taking a toll. You know, no paycheck. I'm not getting paid while I'm waiting to do this, so what I decided to do, I wanted to go do some custodial work at one of our local schools here, which is fine. You know, I don't mind it. You know, not the glorious job in the world, and I also good to like it. Got some pretty nice people that I work with. You know, it's like a family, pretty much. And we don't really have.
All right, for 542. I just had a bike blow past me at 118 miles per hour. We're going to be eastbound Route 68. Catch up.
Bravo 2.
Kind of 356
On Bravo 542. I lost eyes on him. Last saw him heading eastbound 68. He was cooking it pretty hard. I clocked him at 118. I wasn't able to catch up.
Take a 16 blue past this southbound on Sonora Way. I don't know if he turned to the rest of the diner or if he continued down. I'm code after him.
Can 11, I'll swing back to the diner, see if I can find him.
County 58, is it an ATV or is it a two-wheeler?
Not talking, gotta do some serious.
Can 11,
Time to get
it's gonna
serious
be
here.
a black two-wheel sport bike.
Bravo 308, can you repeat the description again?
Can 11 break? I've got him heading northbound on the wind farm on foot. I see him wearing all black heading westbound near North Freeway crossing the track.
Take a 16, I'm waiting up at 587 for him.
On Bravo 542. Can I have a 71 582 South 68, please?
Bravo 308, being route and purposes. I'm taking a 66 center. I'm gonna be en route, see if I can assist.
16 running back towards the diner. He sees me foot pursuit. We're foot pursuit. We're 587 eastbound through the parking lot of the Rangers diner.
Shit. Alright, 356, I got him on Sonora Way here. Front, Rex's Diner. He stopped.
Can 11 to all units responding, be careful, the dog is deployed. Do not use your taser.
Holy sh...
542 will be arriving on scene as I have the initial clock here.
Alright.
One Tango 16, to the Crown Vic deputy. Major crossfire. Please move over.
I know. Bad position here.
Cannon 11 to the deputy across the street. Stop aiming your firearm at officers. You're not going to be told again by the sergeant.
356, come over to where we are, please. Okay.
Let's go heal.
Everyone just take a deep breath. Okay. Do you have any
I was
weapons
out of
on you?
crossfire.
No, like I said, unarmed.
Okay. Drop to your knees, and we're going to approach you, because I'm not worried about you reaching for anything on that bike. Alright. Oh no. PD with campaign hat, let's push up with the dog and the canine, and let's go hands on, okay?
Catch up.
TC, what do you want me to do?
Just hang on him, hold on him.
Alright.
I'll move.
Alright, I got him.
Man. I'll cooperate with y'all, man, if y'all are cool with me.
Okay. Campaign hat,
I just
let's put him in
wanted
handcuffs.
to bring my bike out
Copy.
with little funds as the snow
Alright, my
is
man.
gone.
Don't resist.
I'm not resisting, man. I may have been going fast, but shit.
Cannon 11, we have one
I don't know how fast. I didn't want to look down.
Probably
I'm
118.
gonna keep traffic close.
Holy.
Yeah, nowhere to go on that one. I got in a bad position, I did.
Is he running up through the woods?
Negative piece. One in custody, 1030.
Huh?
10-4, just making sure. Still a bunch of people running up the hill.
I think it's officers going back to the original location from where the foot chase began.
Canine 11, that would be myself and Tango 16.
16, I'm going to grab my vehicle and coming down there. One Tango 16 to County 360 or 356 10-5 or 10-1.
On for the rest of it is just evading.
Well, he's
Alright guys, I'm back. So I'm Rusty, guys, first patrol. I'm not going to do everything
not only
correctly.
did we clock him at 100 miles per hour, but after the fact he took off. So yeah, he's going to jail.
And so it was just bad position. I did my best to try to get out.
Wait, wait.
07 back today.
What was he in?
Controls back.
He's in mine. What's up?
I can talk regarding them, man. I meant no harm.
I understand, man.
I
What
know.
the-
Okay, never mind.
Just got to look at where we're coming from.
Real quick, John, you said you didn't find anything on the bike?
And
Yeah, I see where you guys are coming
I
from.
only
just
found
wanna
his
explain my part.
blade underneath the seat. That's basically it. Nothing else.
Right, pause. Real quick, Chris, since
So the thing
you
is,
requested
right,
as soon
the
as you
odds
tip
are
one,
snowing. I just wanted to have some.
I filled in
Hold
until you go
hold
back.
Hold on. You said
So-
what? I can't hear you, Abraham.
Motherfucker.
I think it was no. Cody was requesting highest rank on scene. I told him you were out with 10-1. I filled in until you got back. He was wanting to know what we wanted to get him on. I told him ultimately, since he was the one who initially clocked him and he was primary at the beginning, he still had the speed clocked. We can get him on that. The rest of it would just really be our discretion if we want to get him with the evading.
We got him on excessive speeding for the very least right now.
Oh yeah, that's what he said was the primary charges. Either way, he's going down for excessive speed.
Yeah. So either way, he's going to jail. We now have time to
Control
decide
back
whether
down.
we want to hit him with resisting. So let's question him about that.
I
Where
have
is
a
he?
man sit.
Yeah, take sport.
I have him in my car.
What's his name?
Joseph King. I've already ran him. He doesn't have a record at all.
Central 1 Bravo 308 and County 213.
Can I explain my shit?
Hey, bud.
208.
Did you see me? I
No,
had my
that's
lights
the
on
thing.
before you even passed me.
That's the thing I want to explain to you guys. Can you roll the window down?
1 Bravo
Yeah,
308,
you guys do that.
County 213, CN 4215, 828
a Grapeseed name for welfare check. RP advised that he
So,
owes the banner some
let's
money
just start from the
and
beginning,
they're outside
right?
of his house. He's
I was
a
working
my
on
internet's not the best right now,
route down
guys.
that way,
I
047.
just
and
worked
I
with
decided
what
to
I
bring out
have.
the Tampa because I wanted to have a little fun in the snow.
Rage
Right,
we
I'm off
fix
work.
here
Due to
momentarily.
the
Hopefully so.
subjects that are outside of house, there are two other patrol units attached to that, please.
There's
So,
only one
I
subject
pulled out of
outside of his
Tampa
house.
because I'm
That's why
off
there's
work
only
for a
one
couple of
attached.
days. I work at the human labs and scientists there.
Temper. I'm requesting you to attach two more because they are known to shoot at officers and I already have multiple times today. I don't know what it's so hard for him to understand whenever I tell him to attach two more.
Can I
Union
continue?
30, County 238.
Sorry, go ahead. I'm sorry, I was dealing with something.
Right. So I pulled out my Tampa, but as soon as I pulled out my Tampa, the snow somehow
238,
disappeared. So there's no fun in driving a Tampa without snow. So I put it back to the back of my property. Then I took out my motorcycle because the snow disappeared. I wanted to have some fun on the motorcycle. What I mean by fun is a little speeding, but not 118. Did not mean to go over 118 per hour at all. I didn't even mean to go over 100. But I was not looking down at my speedometer because I don't want to risk, crashing into something at high speed. Because obviously if I crash, I'm dead. So it came to me passing the officer. I don't even know if I passed him or not, or whatever was going on. But I did not hear anything because I was redlining.
Oh, you passed me, my man.
You passed him, but
I realized.
the thing is,
Now,
you definitely saw me because you swerved out of the way of my patrol car whenever I was running code, and you almost crashed and you slowed down. So the red light, no, hold on. I gave you permission to talk, and now it's my turn, okay? So, you definitely had to have seen me because you slowed down because you almost got into an accident whenever you were going over that little overpass on the highway. So you weren't redlining, you were slowing down. So therefore your engine would
I
be
was
going
slowing
down.
up because I was going towards a junction, and that's where
Exactly,
I was
so obviously you see me.
No, I
right?
did not see. I wasn't paying attention to
But you just said that you were slowing down. So you
Yes,
didn't
I
hear
was
the
slowing
siren?
down because I was approaching an intersection.
But your story just contradicted itself because you said that you couldn't hear me because you were redlining going so fast, but you were slowing down.
Let me continue my story, and then you
Okay.
can cut it.
13, we're gonna be
Okay.
97.
I was going to the diner, right? It's pretty short from my house. I live across the street from 7-Eleven on Joshua Road. My house does not have the actual house number, so I usually just say across the street. Okay? So I brought the bike out. I was going to the diner to get some food, breakfast. So I pulled into the back, and then, I pulled to the back. I got scared when I saw a lot of cops, not gonna lie, because I knew I was speeding.
Yeah, just get some duct tape, it'll be alright.
I got scared when I saw you guys. And I heard a fucking dog. I'm pretty scared of dogs, personally.
Alright,
I
so real
got
quick,
back on my
before you
bike.
continue,
Yeah.
I'm
gonna ask you one question.
Like a dog.
Yes,
Did you know you were running from us on foot?
No, sir.
Okay,
Put
you're
my
being placed
life,
under
my
arrest for
record.
resisting. I hate
do
whenever
you
someone
mean?
lies to me.
I didn't even lie to you, man. My record.
Dude, that's
clean.
bullshit. You just stated on your statement that you saw a bunch of cops and started running. So no, I hate it whenever people lie to me. If you had told me
I did
the
not
truth,
say
I
that.
wouldn't have charged you with it, but now you're getting hit with it. You can roll up the window. I'm done
Hang on.
talking.
Who the fuck
Alright,
is
Bravo,
this guy,
stay on
man? You
pretty
guys
healthy.
an attitude. Alright, let me talk to
That-
you, deputy over here.
That
or
is
officer.
it's a sergeant, my man. He's a
I don't
supervisor.
really care who he is. He has an attitude. I want to talk to somebody who doesn't have an attitude. And doesn't accuse me of something when I'm telling the truth.
So, I mean, ultimately, though, like, to be perfectly straight with you, I am, by technicality, the primary unit here, as I was the one who caught you doing 118 miles per hour down
Then
68.
I would like to talk to you.
As far as whether I'm going to also charge you for evasion, is going to determine, dude, ultimately, the only thing I want from you is straight out honesty. Like, if you knew you were doing it, and you admit to it, that's going to persuade me a lot more away from not charging you with evasion of law enforcement, resisting arrest, and criminal speeding than, like I said, I'm not calling you a liar, but I'm just saying, my man, if you're skirting the truth in any way, I want you to be straight out with me,
Okay,
because that's
listen,
what's
man.
going to determine whether you're going to jail or not.
Okay, listen, man. The point of time when I saw law enforcement is when I got to the back of the diner. I got off my bike, right? Because I heard a bunch of sirens, and I assumed it was me, but I didn't mean to evade you guys, okay? I just didn't want to get caught into trouble, because I usually avoid trouble, right? My record is clean. I'm assuming you read my information, right? I work at the human labs, and I really don't want to get charged with a thing. I just shit because I decided to be stupid for one, okay? I just wanted to have some fun in my vehicle and grab breakfast. I decided to be an idiot and go at 118 miles per hour, which is more than double the speed limit of Joshua, or actually Route 68. Okay. But then when I saw that fucking dog, I thought I was gonna die, so I ran. I don't know if you guys classify that as evading, but if that's evading in your eyes, then yes, I did evade, but not intentionally.
So
I apologize about that.
The definition of evading is moving, making any sort of physical or, other movement to get away from law enforcement or to avoid speaking with law enforcement.
Yep.
Which is kind of, what you did. I mean, you just admitted the second you saw the dog, you took off. So, that is evasion.
I apologize about that, sir.
So as far as whether you're going to jail or not, I want to discuss with a few of my colleagues over here on what they think on the matter. And then we'll come to that bridge. But regardless today, if you don't go to jail, you are going to be getting a hefty citation for the speed. So we will see what these guys think.
I got one more thing to add. When I pulled out, right, and I noticed that you guys were 100% going for me, I instantly pulled my bike over. Notice that right there. I instantly complied with you guys' action, as I confirmed you guys were for me. But before that, I didn't know, and I was scared because all I heard was a bunch of fucking sirens. And I heard a barking line. I didn't see the dog, but I heard it. Because I had my helmet on.
Them dogs are no joke.
That's what I'm saying, man. That's why I'm scared shit myself now. But when you guys pulled me over here up the road, or down the road, I instantly got off my bike, put my hands up, and complied. In no way or form did I mean to outrun you guys.
One thing.
I'm roll doing it.
Show me some
Catch up. So, give me just a moment.
Okay.
Henry duration.
We don't have enough to hit him on felony evading, because he did stop on the bike, and I technically wasn't close enough to articulate felony evading on the bike. However, he definitely ran from us on foot. He knew we were there. He admitted it. So if I were you, I'd at the very least take him in on excessive speeding and probably hit him with resisting too, especially since he lied to both of us straight to our face twice.
I mean, for him to say he heard the dog, by the time I actually realized where he was up on the hill, he was up over the hill, and I kind of went through the little gates. Took the fence. Well, I did actually take the fence down a little bit. And then, he took off again. That's when you called it out, Chris. So the only bit
I was
could
also
say
behind him yelling, "Police stop! Police stop!"
Yeah, so I think the only way he could have actually heard Bosco was once you guys went up and over the hill. Because I'm gonna be honest, you just left me in fucking dust.
All right, so
who did? Me?
You and dog.
Let me see here. So we can't get him with felony evasion, but we could probably still get him with regular evasion. As I mean.
No,
you don't have to be in a car to be evade.
Yeah. So, if you actually read the statute, evasion is in a vehicle. Evasion and felony evasion are in a vehicle. Evasion is attempting to elude an officer in a vehicle and to attempting to get away. Felony evasion is a evasion except whenever they're recklessly driving to do it. So there's the difference between them. What he would get hit with is resisting arrest, which is running on foot. So it's weird. It's different than other states. It's different than my state.
Yeah, because in my state, that's evasion. Running on foot.
In my state, it's evading. Yeah, in my state, it's evading on foot or evading detention with vehicle is the charge, or evading detention on foot. So.
Okay. So
yeah, it's resisting arrest here, but you can arrest him on that, and then as well, excessive speeding you could hit him with, and what that would do is he would get a suspended license, and that's also arrestable. Anything over 100 miles an hour in the state is arrestable.
So I'm probably just going to take him in on the resisting charge, and not worry as much about the speed. I mean, he was very apologetic and genuinely didn't seem like he meant to go that fast. But as far as the resisting goes, there's not really much of an excuse for that there. So, what do you guys think?
If I were you, I'd do it the other way. If you were going to take him in on one, I'd take him in on the excessive speeding, because that's a reason that we were initially out with him. Resisting is normally attack on. I mean, you could obviously hit him with the resisting only. However, it'd be better for your court case if you hit him with the excessive speeding and not resisting if you're thinking of the
hit him resisting. It's going to look weird.
So, I mean, it's ultimately going to be up to what you guys think as well. This is ultimately everybody was involved here. So, what do you think, Steven? Should we get him with the resisting, or?
I mean, normally I would say yes, as for resisting and evading. But once we got him back out on the road, he did put his hands up. He complied with every single order we gave him, compared to just running. And
Also,
it's not that go ahead, Chris.
I'm sorry. No, go ahead. I interrupted you.
No, I was just gonna say. I mean, it's not so much that I don't believe about I don't like dogs, because a lot of people genuinely do not like dogs. But I do think he was kind of trying to avoid us because he dipped off into the diner.
Yeah, and then turned around as soon as we got up there. But also one thing to keep in mind is excessive speeding. He's only gonna go to jail for 10 months, and then it's gonna be a fine of $500 and then a suspension of his license. Whereas resisting, he's gonna be in there for 150.
Right. So I mean, based on the fact that he was very compliant, whenever I rolled up, he was already on his knees, and he was, like Steven said, once he got out to the road, he wasn't, being too bad at anything. So I think I'm just going to take him in on the initial speed, and drop the resisting, as he did admit that he, by technicality, was running into the other dog. So I don't know. What do you think, Deputy?
Yeah, Matthew, your input.
Honestly, we're gonna go with the one charge. I would go with the excessive speeding.
Alright. Okay. We didn't find anything on the bike, so...
0421 operator 1.
Alrighty. I'm gonna go talk with him.
I mean, this is a tall order, but... if he was running from the dog, who wouldn't run from a freaking dog? I mean...
Alright, Joseph. So here's what I'm going to do for you today, alright?
Yes, sir.
So, you are going to be going to jail. At this time, I am placing you under arrest for the excessive speed. I am not going to be arresting you for resisting arrest today, for the evasion and stuff like that, because you were very compliant when I rolled up. But I am still going to be taking you to jail for the excessive speed, which does involve a license suspension, as well as vehicle impoundment.
How am I supposed to get to work with that, man?
That's... sort of one of those things that unfortunately at this moment is sort of, your prerogative to figure out. We're the one who decided to go over 100 miles an hour on your bike, so, I mean, I'll put it this way, if you'd rather have the resisting arrest charge, that's gonna look a lot worse on your record for the Humane Labs than an excessive speeding charge.
By losing my license if I hit resisting arrest.
I do not believe...
I'll let him know he's gonna take off.
I'll take that one. I'm not losing my license. Ain't no way.
Okay. So, unfortunately, it's not up to you.
Man,
myself...
cut me a deal, man. Black Friday deal on it, and I'll take that.
My dude, I already cut you a Black Friday deal by not taking you to jail for resisting. If I take you to jail for resisting, you're probably gonna lose your job.
Probably not.
I guarantee you a government agency will not keep you there after you get arrested for resisting. So, we'll be going to jail today for the excessive, and then we'll have you out before too much longer.
No need to suspend the license, man. It's probably
I'm not too sure if the license suspension is mandatory. I can speak with my sergeant and find out.
Because I usually got like a normal man. This is the first time I've ever been caught speeding. You can see it on my record. Man. My record is.
He might have known that we were after him, but.
Hey, Steven.
I know in real life that
for 6 years, man, it's clean.
When it comes to a police dog,
is that excessive speed a mandatory license suspension, or is it discretionary?
They will find anybody.
I think it's discretionary. I'm taking his bike either way. But if it's not required, I probably won't suspend his license since he does make a complaint. He's got to get to work somehow. So.
You don't know. You don't want.
If I don't have to be that guy, I won't.
Sorry, I looked it up really quickly. For the excessive speeding, it's an immediate suspension, so it's unfortunately mandatory.
Okay. Alright. Alright, my man. So, from what I just talked to somebody about, the excessive speeding charge is a mandatory suspension, so I don't have a choice on that.
Man, I heard y'all's motto was something along the lines of honesty goes a long way. This really goes a long way.
But man, like I told you, you could be getting more charges than what you are. So,
Yeah, but if you with a ticket, I'll learn my lesson. A ticket's gonna damage my bank account. I'm not, financially stabilized currently.
right.
But then the prison, that's gonna drain me mentally, and that's gonna make me mentally unstabilized, which is probably gonna cause me to lose my job anyway.
Tell you what, hold on.
Prison in the States, man.
I'm sorry.
It's no
County
joke.
Court,
Steven.
1610-1.
It's no fucking joke, man. I don't want to be in there with those guys. There's killers. There's multiple other people. I don't kind of want to say the word.
Yo.
Just for clarification, gentlemen,
really
you're both
people.
talking in LS main.
And I don't want to be amongst them just because I went a few miles over the speed.
I'm already do that. Thank you.
Doesn't sound fair to me.
That guy,
Gotcha, man.
just wasn't
Hold
sure.
So this dude wants to know, and I just kind of want to get your input on it as well. He wants to know if there's any possibility of us cutting him out of here with a citation instead of taking him to jail. I don't know. It's kind of out of my realm of possibility right now, but I'm not too sure.
The penal code really quickly.
Because I think it's an or. I don't think it's a mandatory
One thing
piss
is
to jail.
County 4, can take that 10-1 down.
That's hard telling.
So for the excessive speeding, it just straight up says 10 months and a $500 fine. What else were you thinking of getting them on?
It was that or resisting arrest. One of the two.
Bravo, 308 to dispatch.
Yeah, and the resisting is going to be 150, so unfortunately neither of them is
Copy. Trouble
discretional.
for check code 4. I'll be back in the open.
So I mean,
You good?
I guess the way I'm going to look at it is it's either going to be 10 months and a $500 fine or 150 months in jail.
Right. His biggest concern is that if we suspend his license, he's not going to have a way to get to work anymore. That's kind of his problem, but at the same time, he does have a spanking clean record. Like, this dude's never been arrested for anything. Or even stopped.
And I mean, I'm not seeing anything about either resulting in a suspension for the license.
But you said that the excessive speed was a license suspension.
I mean, sorry, I'm in a 21 with Chris, and since he's the Tango unit, that's why I kind of asked him. But I'm not seeing anything on the criminal code about it being a suspension.
Take a look.
I'm sorry, what's up, Matthew?
Oh, I was about to say, he might be able to ask the judge to work with him on that, if anything else.
I mean, I'm looking at it from this perspective. Personally, I would rather have an arrest on my record for excessive speeding compared to resisting arrest, because 10 months and a $500 fine compared to 150 months in jail, and then looking at it in the long run of, if I get fired from my job.
Well, and that's what I was telling him. Like, if I take you to jail for resisting arrest, the Humane Labs is going to fire you. Like, there's no fucking way. That's a government agency. You're going to get fired. So, like I said, I don't even see anything on there about a license suspension either. I think that's sort of discretionary then. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't want to overstep Chris, but at the same time, I don't see anything on the penal code about it.
I mean, I'm going to be honest, since it's not stating in the criminal code, I personally would not bother with the suspension. Since, it does not state for the excessive speed anything about a suspension.
Gotcha. Alrighty. So I'm going to go ahead and get him for the excessive speed. We won't mess around with the suspension of the license then, and I'll just get him out of here.
Yeah, that works. I think, in all honesty, Chris might have been talking about reckless.
Yeah.
Because that one is a suspension.
Yeah, reckless for sure. It's probably what he's talking
And
about.
I mean, which granted, we could, if we genuinely wanted to, we could articulate that as well, but again,
I think the excessive speed is enough here.
Yeah, and I'm gonna agree with you. If the guy's got a clean record, I think there should be a big enough wake-up call.
Right, for sure. He seems like he understands. Alright, man, so, we took a closer look at some codes and stuff, and it does look like that we will not have to suspend your license if we're taking to jail for excessive speed. So we're gonna go ahead and take you in for that today. So
Man, I
this
really
time,
don't want to be a part of them, man. You know how fucking gruesome those people in there are, man?
I
I've
understand,
never
man.
been in there personally, man. But hold
this
on, man.
way,
Can
I'm
you get
only.
the other two over here around so they can listen to this too? I want them to hear this too.
Hey boys, he wants you to come over here. Well, the excessive speed is only a 10-month in jail, while resisting arrest is 150.
Drastic different. However, right, you probably arrested people before. You're a cop, right? And you probably arrested people for more serious things in the past, right? I'm not saying what I did was correct or incorrect or whatever, man. Of course it was incorrect to go 118 miles per hour for breakfast at a diner, okay? And it was also incorrect to run from a dog. Now, I didn't look behind me because it's a dog. I don't want to know what breed it is because it's going to scare me if it's a big dog. But as soon as I realized that you guys were fully going for me, I pulled my bike over, I put my hands up, and I cooperated with you guys. However, I don't want to lose my job, and if I go to jail either or, I'm losing my job. There's no winning when it comes to the job part. However, I want you guys to respect the mental health, okay? Because going to jail in the States, man, it's no joke for the mental health of people. And I don't want to go down that path, man. The people in there are gruesome. They will torture, man.
I'm sorry, you should have thought about that, man. I mean,
loud or not. But hell no.
we're not the fault of this.
Be a part of that group for speeding. I
I
believe I
got
learned
that.
my lesson.
But I don't have an option to
go down, man.
I don't have an option to cut you a citation, unfortunately. With excessive speed, there's no like discretionary whether it's jail time or fine. It's jail time and fine. So not only do I have to take you to jail, but you also get a $500 citation on top of it. So you know, I'm gonna go ahead and process you. We're gonna go ahead and get you down. There's no need standing here on the side of the road, you know, talking it out. You know, you can always speak with the judge that you'll see this evening about it. But we're gonna go ahead and get you out of here. So at this time, you are being placed under arrest for Title 6, Section 155, excessive speeding. You do have the right to remain silent. Anything you say or do it will be used against you in the court of law. You have the right to an attorney. If you could afford one, would be appointed to you by the state of San Andreas. Do you understand these rights as they're running to you, sir?
I do.
Okay, we're gonna go get you booked down here.
Well, I was trying to say.
Thanks, guys.
Yep, you're good.
No problem. We still have a bike here.
K911, Route 1 County Tow down to 607 Small Roadway for
Just saying, everybody's about to drive
out.
out. We still have a bike here.
I'm gonna be honest, I completely forgot about the bike.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. See ya.
See ya. Alrighty guys, so what I was about to say here, if we took him in for just resisting, it would look bad on us because, for one, it would question why was he resisting, and, you know, just look like we throw him in jail for no reason, you know, doesn't look good on us. So, and I believe the supervisor did say that. You know, it just wouldn't look good.
Go for 4.
It might get our case thrown out completely. You never know on that.
That's 17, help me out 16.
But also, you know, I'm gonna make mistakes, guys. I just got back on patrol. That whole entire thing with Crossfire, just in a bad position. I wasn't sure where to go. Traffic was sort of blocking me at the time, or pretty much it's blocking me, so couldn't really go behind him. It was just a mess. Trying to run up the hill. If Crossfire went down, I would have been pretty protected with me going up that hill because I'm completely out of Crossfire. You know, it was a bad situation. But we are going to go ahead and head back to the station here. I do want to mention something, and this is more of a personal thing for me. I just want to say a big thank you to Oceanside Roleplay for allowing me to stay in the community with the issues that I've been having. I've been out for several months, and I know a lot of communities that would be just enough to get you removed from the community. And they didn't even say a word to it. It surprised me, and I'm very, very happy for that. So thank you, Oceanside Roleplay, for understanding my problem. And of course, it's not fixed yet, but at least I can hop in here and do some games with you guys. You know, get back into things again. But like I said, I do appreciate Oceanside Roleplay for understanding my problems that I was having. But like I said, I'm going to be wrapping things up, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.